We'll have two more questions. It's interesting that we've been here for almost an hour and a half, let's say, in September of 2009, and the word settlements has not come up yet. And I think it has to come up.
Okay.
Not long response, but what do you see the role of that issue in this current situation? Is it something that the administration is just trying to use to show the Arab world that it can pressure Israel? Is it a real issue?
I'm glad you asked the question. Look, there's a lot not to like about the settlements. And to speak very plainly, there's a lot not to like about many of the settlers. There is among, not all, not even a majority, but among some settler communities, militancy, anger, not only contempt for Palestinians, but a militant contempt, a contempt for Israeli law that does Israel no justice. Okay? That said, I wish settlements were the problem. Now let me explain what I mean by that. If Israel merely had a territorial dispute with its neighbors, with the Palestinians, then you could make the argument, well, if you've got a territorial dispute, adjust the borders. Move people around. By all means. 54-40 or fight, okay, you want to draw the latitude or here, there, whatever, move the borders around. The conflict would have been resolved a long time ago if Israel merely had a territorial dispute. Everything that has happened from 1993 onwards has shown that Israel does not have a territorial dispute. It has an existential dispute. The issue, in other words, is not 1967. The issue is 1948. It's not the borders of Israel, it's the existence of Israel. Okay? So it's very easy, okay, to go to some settlement community and say, these guys are whack jobs, right? I mean, look, they're putting their children in harm's way. They're living in the middle of the Gaza Strip, and secular kids from Tel Aviv have to go to these godforsaken settlements and live in fear of their lives for 3 months at a time because 200 settlers want to live in this place with only a theoretical connection with Jewish history or a partial connection to Jewish history. I'm talking about Gaza. I'm not talking about Hebron or Shem or these places. Okay. This is a problem, and it's normal that Israelis said, something, this is not really what we want to send our children off to die for. That being said, okay, settlements are not the core of the problem. You can remove all the settlements you want, you can expand settlements, you can do whatever you want to do, but that will not resolve the problem. What will resolve the problem is if you get someone like King Hussein, of the late King Hussein of Jordan, who at some level was enough of a gentleman or a realist to say, enough of this. I do not want to be the next Saladin. I simply want to be the president of a little state in the Middle East which intends to be normal and prosperous and deliver better benefits for my people the way that, say, Belgium. No, that's a terrible example. The way that, say, Costa Rica does. Terrific. When that leadership appears, the problem will be settled in weeks. Until that leadership appears, the problem will never be settled, no matter how many settlers are removed.